What up, y'all? Mass Blast 09 here. What is this show? What are we doing? I don't know. Something about a staph infection. But anyways, I got the Angstful Vapor over here. Somebody's listening to the show, and I can hear it in the background. Sean?
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, that's me.
Right over there is Fubaka.
What up? I'm Fubaka. Next person is Understudy.
What's up, guys? Understudy 77.
I love the enthusiasm. The enthusiasm is infectious.
Hello and welcome to Plumes of Hazard.
No, I just wanted to work in the word infectious.
Say that one more time, Sean.
Hello and welcome to
I love it.
I got you, Mass. We vibing.
I know. It was great.
Yeah, you pick the day when I'm like trying to do 5 other things and not really paying attention.
So, and what you're saying is,
I didn't do it.
uh-huh.
Not me.
I'm trying to get all these contest entries fucking rendered.
Wah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right, news. Brian, what do you got?
I'm not first. Who's first?
Oh, well, fuck it.
Seriously, we just need to play this in the background for this show. Because, I mean, that's how it's gone so far, and we're only in 3 minutes.
All right.
This is going to set the tone for the night.
It will set the tone today. I mean, I was actually watching one of our old ones. Somebody posted on Reddit, so I just clicked on to expand it down to see what the YouTube link was, and turned out it was us. And we spent damn near like 3 minutes just dicking around before we even introduced ourselves. Pretty bad.
The new and improved Plumes of Hazard, now with less shit.
Yep. Anyway.
Sorry, go ahead.
And shorter intros.
I think the first thing that we have to ask, we have a question for Fu from chat related to his news. Cat Dumpling wants to know if you're constipated.
I'm not, dude. I took a good solid poop this morning before I went to work.
Yo, before we get into the news, Sean, can you pan your camera up a little bit? What is that sexiness I see behind you?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my, look at that.
John, you gotta say something so it focuses on you.
There, talking. Hello, how's everybody doing? Bloody fucking blah. Shut up, Matt. Stop laughing. Fuck you. There, I'll just click on myself.
Anyway, final game represent. So Vape Mania is this weekend.
Woo! That's what that back there is.
Yeah, that's our Vape Mania banner.
For anyone who's going to be there.
Gonna be awesome. I'll be there as well as the rest of the Plumes. And if you're going, and we don't know you're going, if you see us, just holler.
Flag us down, man. We'll say howdy.
Find us on stage. Fuck it.
We'll
We're
give
doing
you a
a live
sticker.
show.
We'll give you a sticker.
Oh yeah. So that should be a hell of a weekend. It's my first convention. The rest of them have been to one already. I have not, so should be awesome.
I haven't been to a big one. I'm hoping this one's big compared to the other one I went to.
I hope it's fucking big. We're doing a live show.
Exactly.
We'll have to be there to watch it.
I think it's going to be pretty freaking big. And you know the best part about it is, if you haven't yet, go check out the Vape Mania. Is it vapemania.com or something like that?
VapeMania.com.
VapeManiaCon.com. Yeah. And check out so you can see where your favorite vendors are going to be. And, the nice thing about this is from VaporCon and the other conventions is the space. Winfrey has went ahead and got extra space and then filled it up, no problem, with more vendors. But I don't think it's going to feel crowded. That was one of the biggest issues before was the spaces were so small and there were so many people there that you had to walk outside because it was just a mess. And I think this is going to be good because the vendors will be all the way on the outside and tables on the inside, so it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
The last week of work, I got to try out a Smoke Tech's version of the K-Fun, kind of, the RSVT hybrid. I will put a link in chat. But anyway, it's it's a rebuildable tank atomizer from Smoke Tech. And it's pretty fucking good. The Smoke Tech just recently gotten on the rebuildable Addy market, and it's pretty much, I'd say it has adjustable airflow, and I'd say the draw is probably like 20% looser than the K-Fun. It's still tight, but it's a little looser, at least my preference. But it's a solid Addy. It's like you'll find it between 30 and 40 bucks. The link I posted, I think, has it for 35. So I'd say it's worth. I'm probably going to pick one up myself. One of my coworkers has one, so I've just been vaping on his. And
you just posted DFW Vapor. That's pretty cool. It's one of the shops around me.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Derp DFW. Yeah. Dallas Fort Worth. But yeah, I'm probably going to scoop one, and I guess I'll have a more thorough review. But from vaping on it for several hours, I really like it, and I think it's worth the risk. What else? Bianca, if you're watching, sup?
You wanna spell out your number or something?
It's gonna fit so perfectly when we have a conversation when we start playing the parody videos.
Hold on, hey Bianca, if you're listening, my mind's telling me no. Just remember, baby. But my body. That's pretty much what Ahmed just said. So Bianca.
So a cat dumpling from the chat just said, one rarely hears smoke and pretty fucking good in the same sentence together.
Then she ain't come to the South, has she?
Anyway, this beautiful haircut you see here was done courtesy of Neckercube, if he's in chat. Thanks, bud. And I'm done.
Are you done with your damn shoutouts? Jesus, talk about Kickback City in this bitch tonight.
It's true. It's true. All right. I've got a few things I was going to mention. One, as we talked about last week a little bit, we had that mod malfunction at the last vape meet. Was that last week? 2 weeks ago? Something like that. Yep. So there's some pictures came out, and I don't know if people have seen them or not. So I figured I'd share them in here. Here's the Reddit thread to see some of those. You can kind of see the aftermath and kind of what happened to that thing with the shards of metal that were left over. I don't really know if there's really much of anything else to say about it. We kind of covered it last week, but I thought the pictures were interesting, so I figured I'd mention them. Anybody got anything else on that? Is that good?
But the explosion?
Yeah.
I'm going to cover a little bit of that later.
Not me. I didn't do it.
So there's that. Then there was another video that was passed around, and I'm actually not going to post a link to this one because I don't want to give the guy any more views. But there was a dude that had a YouTube video that was wrapping a 0.04 ohm coil and vaping on it like it was no big deal, and was like bragging about it. And I don't understand. I don't understand that, because if you're smart enough to know your resistance, wrap your own coils, you should at least have a passing knowledge of batteries and what they can do and what they shouldn't do.
He wrapped the fucker in a towel and kept hitting it as it got hot.
Because it was too hot to hold, but he was still hitting it. Then it vents, and my favorite part of the whole thing was, in fact, when it started venting, he chunked it in a trash can full of paper.
Yep.
Oh, jeez. So people, you, the only problem, actually, another problem is the fact you can see his like baby crib thing in the background there. So I was hoping he was like going to be like a Darwin entry, but he's already reproduced.
Sheesh.
Not so much. The other thing I was mentioning, look, my DZ is back, yay! And it came back with a new fancy lighty uppy button, which is cool. Works great. I'm happy.
Do you use that at night when you can't see? Instead of using your phone, you use your lighty uppy?
It's bright as shit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the one thing I was also going to mention was there's a new entry in affordable, authentic mech mods out there. So Super T Manufacturing, which has been around forever, just put a new mech out. It's in stock. It comes in all 3 sizes. It's got a really interesting looking switch. It's palladium plated contacts, which is okay, but palladium is a little soft. But if it was rhodium, it would have been better. That stuff is super conductive, and it's a lot harder than palladium, but still nice. But the big thing is, it's $69.99, and it's in stock.
It looks clean as fuck.
It looks clean as clean. It looks great. So I was pretty pleased to see that, and I posted the link to get a hold of that in the chat, which is cool. It's actually, I'm kind of curious to see it at some point, because it apparently has like an all-in-one button and tube thing, so there's less threads in there, which means it should work really well, if I can speak. So, kind of excited about that. The other thing, I actually got some vape mail, and it's been a little while since I got some, so pretty happy about this. So I got a new top cap for my K-Fun. Sean got one of these, something similar, recently from Science of Vaping, and I got one as well. The other thing that I got is this really cool little drip tip that kind of fits snug on it. So they call it a nano cap. It's bored out pretty well. I don't think actually it takes any more juice. In fact, I think it takes less than the K-Fun Lite Plus V2. But it's a lot shorter than that. It looks really cool. And actually, besides the top cap, the thing that I think is really cool is actually this little super tiny drip tip that fits really well on it. They call it a V3 platform. So it kind of flares out a little bit and it meshes up there. I think it's cool. I like it. I've really enjoyed it. It's got a nice mouth feel, if you will, as you're vaping it. And on that same... Oh, I should probably post their link out. I should put the link out.
Angsty, you realize if like you and Sean were like women, you two would like be buying the same shoes and shit, or like buying the same shoes but like in different colors. You'd be like, yeah, like you can.
They are. I think they are. Yo, somebody asked if I had a fart in chat. No, I was reading something.
Like,
I actually got 3 K-Fun top caps, and 2 of them he did not get. Ooh, and I'm about to talk about that now. So the Science of Vaping, that's right, boom!
I have something he doesn't.
Because they're from Fastech.
They are from Fastech. So, but before I get there, the other thing I got from those guys is an M tank, and normally the M for the K-Funs, the M I think stands for Macrolon, which is what it's made out of. But I think the ones here, ooh, Master just had to rejoin. Welcome back. So
is that better, Sean?
Here I think should be called an M for medium, because it's not as short as a nano, but what it is or what the problem that leads to is the chimney that you've got at a K-Fun, which of course I can't find my other one right now. I must have put it away. So the nano chimneys are super stubby, right? And the regular ones are the regular size. This one is too short to use the stock one, and it's too tall to use the nano one that you can get a hold of. So I had to take one of mine, take a Dremel to it, cut off, about maybe a quarter of it or so, and file it down, to make sure I'm not going to cut O-rings and stuff. But at the end of the day, it looks pretty cool, and it's just it's a good bit shorter, but it holds a lot more juice than the regular nano kit, which I'm kind of done with. You burn through that so fast, it's really kind of irritating. But to Sean's point, the other thing I did get from Fastech, I saw a while back that they had K-Fun top caps, and they're not clones, and they're made out of stainless steel, supposedly. So I figured I'd check them out. Here is one of the ones I got, and yeah, I think it's really cool. That's the one that was actually on this guy. It looks very similar to the Science of Vaping one, but honestly, it's got a couple things that are a little bit different. I think it's kind of cool. It's got a little cutout, little ring here, little ring here. The edges are a little more rounded over, but it's still got a good sharp look. Oh man, drip tip on top, because it is my favorite drip tip ever. Yeah, I think that's about it.
That all you got?
That's what I heard.
Hey, dude, you know what? It was like $2. That's my kind of cha-ching. $2.
Buy that for $1.
Yeah, man, it's great. I mean, I like my Science of Vaping one. I think mostly because of the drip tip, but this top cap is great, and it's not a clone. So, and it's $2. So, do it.
So I got a chance to play with a new device at the meet, the new Cloudport device, which is the Cloudport T5. That thing's kind of fucking cool.
It's very curvy.
Yeah, it's actually really comfortable too, and it's like $95. It's a 50-watt device for like $95.
Not bad.
So I mean, it's a cool little device. It's curvy, it's comfy, it's interesting. So I thought that was kind of cool. I know last week I shared with you guys some, well, in the note of other 50-watt devices, first the Sigeli 50-watt device. That thing, not quite as big of a fan of, though, because up-down buttons and the lid, when you try to hit the up-down buttons, it's a loose magnet and the lid just opens. It's on like a swing and a magnet.
That's a very trying to think of a nice way to say this, so I can't come up with a nice way to say it, so I'm just gonna say it's a plain as shit. That thing looks like a little square box.
I like the T5. I'm not as big of a fan of that. And then since I've been giving you guys kind of updates about the DZ that I have, or that I was having made, it's done, and I'm super fucking excited about it, and it's on its way, and it should be here Wednesday.
Are you a cactus?
I'm a happy fucking
How much did the Sigelis run?
Do I have my link? No, fuck, I didn't put down a link. I think they're around the same price, $80 or $90.
Sean, good to go.
Not bad. I'll be third.
But that's pretty. Hopefully I'll have it Wednesday. It just shipped today, so I should have it at Vape Mania. Speaking of Vape Mania, I think the one thing that we didn't mention yet is that we are doing a live show while we are there.
Mm-hmm.
We will be up on a stage with this lovely banner behind us, and we will be talking to people in person next to each other. So if anybody's there and wants to enjoy the awkwardness of us not being behind a computer screen.
So in other words, it's going to be a circle jerk of us just broadcasted live to everyone that doesn't want to listen to us.
Well, I don't think we're going to be broadcasting to people, because I don't know that we can broadcast live.
We'll be live with a studio audience.
Well, yeah, studio audience.
We will be recording it, and then we will be uploading that to our channel later.
That's what I'm saying. The people there are going to be hearing us talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
without
bunch of people who don't actually care.
Oh, we also don't have like a chat to like talk shit about each other in.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we
So
can just put our
we'll
hand
have to
over
do
the
that.
mic.
We'll have to do that. We'll have to do that live. The
Right.
shit talking, we'll have to do that live.
We can just put our hand over the mic.
And I think that something that goes in hand with this is during this performance, I'm going to try my hardest to try to get. We might be doing a live tech time, and we might be doing also a live chuff time. I think I want to vent a battery on stage and see if we can get the rocket effect. You know, because why should Vape Blast have all the fun? I think Vape Mania needs, you know, a battery venting rocket thingamajigger exploding.
An explosion.
It needs some flair, man.
I'll be bringing the fire extinguishers, and we'll see what they allow us to do and not to do. So that's what we're going to try to do. So, I mean, not them. They don't have anything to do with it. It'll only be me. So that way, in case somebody gets kicked out and arrested, it'll be me and not them. They can continue the show.
We'll also be having
Y'all motherfuckers better bail me out.
Well, we'll be having some really cool guests join us on stage as well. I just found out, but I'm not going to tell you who. Because
Yeah.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be police. It's not going to be police that arrests you.
Who is it going to be?
INS.
God damn it. Don't tell me that. I'm scared. But, something, if people are listening, we just found out today, Freeze found out today that the hotels are being really strict about vaping in the hotel rooms. So don't do it. We'll just leave it at that, because both hotels have said, obviously now, just a few days before, that ain't going to happen. So you can vape all you want downstairs, outside, in the convention center, but not in the rooms. So and yeah.
If anybody cares who's watching and who's going to be there, I believe it's going to be around 7 p.m. Friday night that we're on stage for between 1 and 2 hours.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. It's
Yeah,
going to be a little different without screen share and picture-in-picture and all that other shit.
And also to do, you know, with the hotels thing, I know that I had mentioned about covering up the smoke detectors. Don't do that. It's illegal. If something happens in the hotel that burns down, it's going to be your fault because you covered your detector.
But you're going to do it anyway, so be careful.
No, you're not going to do it anyways because we at Plumes of Hazards do not believe in covering up the fire detectors. We believe in not vaping in the rooms.
Yeah, I absolutely believe in that being the first room to set off the smoke alarm. So I'm down.
Yeah.
Falcon Dick Punch says, I thought this was America.
Well, the guys at Vape Fest came up to my room and they just disabled the smoke detector. They just pulled it off the wall.
Well, that's something that I asked Freeze to talk to. This information came from the management team at the convention center, saying that since the hotels were completely booked for that for this convention, they relayed that information to them. So what I asked Freeze to do is get an actual statement from the management of each hotel stating these are the rules, this is what's going to happen. So that way, if the alarm goes off, you know what to expect, whether it's a charge, whether it's you're getting kicked out of your room, or whatever it is. So hopefully that'll be up soon. I'm not sure if he's heard back from them yet. So
be careful. Come watch us live at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing a lot of offline content while we're there, too. So if you see us running around with cameras and shit, come say hello. Yep. Because you'll probably be on our channel.
So y'all have a good night. See y'all later. Take care.
Master, what do you got?
Solo, will you want?
What?
What do you got?
What do you mean what I got? Oh, you already went through your news?
Yeah, I'm done.
Look at this. I have access to my little Dropbox thing, so now I can see the news. Okay, so 3 days ago, a guy posts. He gets banned from a vape shop for calling out that he was sold a clone when they told him it was a real one. Yay. I didn't read the whole fucking thread. The thing was like 8 pages long. So he goes back and they tell him you need to talk to the shop because people on Reddit are just destroying the shop online. And, you're trying to keep people from going to a shop that's going to be dishonest and all this other stuff. Well, the guy goes and posts, I'd say about 2 days ago, and the title to the post is, let's see, it reads... update. Guy who got banned from the vape shop. Hey, yesterday I had a post on how I'd been banned from the vape shop, and the thread exploded. I've taken the thread down because a lot of people are now posting fraudulent reviews. Today I met with the owner of this vape shop in person, and he more than fixed the situation. I appreciate you guys getting behind me as a consumer, but posting fraudulent reviews is not cool. I now realize what happened yesterday was a simple mistake. No need to go into huge detail, but the store owner gladly fixed the problem and was very calm and professional. All right. The number one post on there below that is translation. Store owner gave me free shit as long as I promised to tell Reddit to stop giving him bad reviews. Okay. All right. So, first of all, that is great that he went and tried to work things out with the store, tried to do all that. Fine, no problem. Comes back, due diligence, comes back on Reddit and posts and says, "Hey, look, I've gone through this, and the guy has been great, and he took care of it." Okay. Well, here's where it gets interesting. Someone later on in this thread posts that they have found that a staff person at this shop was actually going on Yelp as different users or people who have visited this shop and posting fake reviews, fake positive reviews. Okay, they got called out. They wanted proof. The guy provided proof of pictures and profiles. Well, this shop started deleting all those pictures and profiles once they started finding out. This guy apparently has the proof of what happened. I don't care to get into the whole drama thing and all that, but that's bullshit. If you're a shop and you're doing dishonest shit, don't back it up by doing more dishonest shit on top of it. And of course, I know what the shop is going to say. That was out of our hands. That was one of our workers that did it. We can't do anything about it. BS again. Okay, because I highly doubt that someone's going to take their personal profiles online and log into Yelp and have things that lead back to their Facebook because they love working there and it's a great place. No, that I guarantee you came from management. So if you find shops like that, by all means, blast them, because what they were doing was shady. Yes, he went back, and we still don't know what the guy actually got. So and then come to find out they're doing other shady stuff. So that kind of this whole thing had kind of Amy's kitchen or whatever the hell that was.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, Amy's Bakery, where she just went berserk on video and started getting all these negative reviews, and then started hiring people to post positive reviews, and it was a mess. And I believe that within Yelp and all these other rating things, that's kind of frowned upon. So keep an eye out for other vapors. If you find a shop that's being dishonest, by all means, keep it offline. Try to work things out with them. Talk to them. A lot of the times, yes, it's a misunderstanding. And there were other people that were complaining about this, so it wasn't just a single issue about what they were sold. If none of that works, then absolutely, voice your opinion. Let other people know. But everyone
you're looking for is crucify them.
TLDR though is they were using Yelp, exactly the same way that everybody uses Yelp, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I think, but also you're letting people know. There's no reason for people to go to a shop if they're not being honest about their practices. So that's that. Next thing I have on my list is let's see here. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Well, actually, we'll go ahead with this one first. So I found out today that our buddies over at Evolve have finally received a patent for their variable wattage device or control, which leads all the way back to when the Darwin was made. So basically the patent states that they are the owners and the inventors of how a vaping device delivers power by controlling the wattage and producing the effect of higher wattage, lower wattage, less vapor, more vapor, heat, whatever it is. Which is going to be interesting to see what they do with this.
Let's talk about possibilities.
Yeah, the first is obviously licensing, right?
Yep. So they could possibly, I don't know full legal ramifications of what this can have, but I assume that they can pretty much say, okay, you're putting a variable wattage device out, then that's fine, but you're going to have to pay a royalty fee, or you're going to have to license it, because we own a patent on
variable
wattage. We own a patent on Ohm's law somehow.
So let's say, worst case scenario, the death of the regulated the death of advancement in the regulated market. Worst case scenario.
What about variable voltage?
Variable voltage it's not covered under that patent.
Fine, but
kiss my ass.
So much of the market has moved toward variable power.
Yeah, right.
So when you kill that section of the market, I mean, that's what lets you grab a 0.5 or a 1.5 ohm coil and get the same effect.
Yeah.
The thing though is, I mean, there's ways around that, because all you'd have to do is reroute that and call it just a power level, right? 0% to 100% power level.
You hope.
Power levels belong to Goku.
Well, yeah, but
over 9,000.
The problem is even if you have, you're still going to have a correlation, because if you say power levels from 1 to 10, and 1 means 7 watt and 10 means 30 watts, that's still a correlation between a number on the screen and what you're actually doing with the device, which is increasing the wattage to get to that level.
Mm-hmm. So you're also increasing voltage to do that.
Voltage, correct, yes.
Increasing in wattage calculation, I believe, is what the patent is on. So the device doing the calculation to figure out power is what they have a patent on.
Right, but it doesn't have to necessarily correlate to wattage, though, as they could just basically have that as a range of their voltage.
It'll be interesting to see how they enforce this.
Mhm.
B, how many people are actually going to give two fucks? And here's where it gets nasty. Is I know for a fact that they at first won't go. I mean, they might not go after anyone. Okay, this is just speculation.
Right.
But I don't think at first they're going to go after the manufacturers. I think they're going to go after the shops.
Yep.
Okay, they're gonna go the route of Hannah and all these other people. You know, and I heard a couple days ago that Hannah stopped suing people. No, that's BS. They just sued another shop. Okay, and they're still following. You know,
Well, what chance do they
litigation.
have going after Yeehee in China? China don't give a fuck.
They're gonna get laughed at. You know, but
they will go after anybody carrying that fucking chip.
Right.
Yep. So we'll see. We'll see what happens because this could easily blow back in their face.
Oh, it could.
Maybe they'll say from today on, because also with this patent, it gives them the ability to go back to when the Darwin was made. That was fucking years ago.
Yep.
And cover that whole span of 2 to 3 years that the device has been out, where they can say, "You sold this for how long? Okay, well now you owe us this much."
Right.
Yep.
You know, which again, great for them that they have this. I hope that they use it in a positive manner.
I'm not counting on it.
Nope.
So, you know, we'll see what happens with that. But it becomes the patent. They will have it available on 9/2 of 2014. So
How is it really
Here in a few
enforceable
days.
though? Couldn't you
I
challenge
hear
that
you
kind of patent?
shit now, people.
Couldn't you challenge that patent though?
I don't know.
The problem is, and the real problem is that for the most part, honestly, our patent system's for profit. You can patent anything that has not been patented. There's a dude who patented a swing set like 15 years ago.
Right.
Like a basic swing. So you can patent anything and then sue on that patent. So you can challenge it, but it doesn't mean it's going to get anywhere. I don't think there's any players in the vaping industry who are going to fight it because he's just going to laugh.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to try to find more information about what the patent actually covers and all that. But I know that they are working on, and this has been alluded to in Phil Vival Busardo's videos that he's done of the warehouse and stuff, having to do with temperature control.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if this is something where they're going to go away from variable voltage, variable wattage, and move to something where it's temperature controlled,
right?
Where they're saying, okay, you know, what temperature do you want to set this at, and go. How
I
they're
just
going to
think
do that?
concept is going to be so hard in the term of rebuildable atomizers.
I agree, but maybe they're not going after people with rebuildable atomizers. Maybe they're going after a smaller set market. I don't know. What I want to know is how does Proveri feel about this?
Uh-huh.
You know, how do these big and that kind of leads into Anoken going with Evolve boards for their newest device. I wonder if that was some another part of the puzzle, but
putting them in China too, it also gives Anoken potentially some push towards EHEAT, right?
Yeah.
So that part.
If they've already gotten a bit with Evolve, I'm sure they'll just pay the licensing fee and just keep.
Yeah. I think, and not only that, but they've actually had a board that's taken over a year to design and put up together, made. So I don't think they're going to go back
this
on
isn't
that.
a surprise to Anoken, I'm sure.
Right. Yeah. So that'll be very interesting to see in the next few weeks, months.
Oh yeah. I heard this was in talks a while ago, and don't worry, guys, we'll have updates of this as much as we hear it.
Yeah.
We'll have updates.
Yeah, as soon as we can find some good concrete information about what the patent covers, what is legal and what, we'll let you guys know. And if we hear something about how they plan on using it, it might just be.
Our drama llama just told us to stop being boring. By the way.
So patent crucifixions.
Patent crucifixions.
Patent crucifixions very well may happen.
They're on the fucking horizon, man.
And the last thing in the news, so we're not super boring like some faggot on our chat said. at Vape Mania, if you're going to be there, there is going to be a limited edition Vape Mania Mass Mods Mini. And here's your first look at the limited edition Mass Mods Mini. All right, it's powder coated, nice shade of blue, all the chromy good stuff. So there you go, and you got a blue screen right there, and you have a let me make sure this is
competition white button.
Competition white button, blue screen.
I have seen these in person, by the way, and they are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, they are. So they, another thing is there's only going to be 25 of these, and they will be on sale at DB Liquid's table. I believe it's table 901 or something like that. So go by and check them out. That's it for the news for me.
So with that, then I think we are ready to bring in our guest.
Yep.
Our guest tonight made a huge impact on the vaping world.
Literally.
Huge.
Literally. Welcome, Matthew Williams, the maker of the staff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's up?
Thank you very much. Appreciate the intro.
So,
you wanted...
I just saw his little logo.
Oh my God!
Oh, Matthew.
My mind's telling me no.
That needs to get taken off of there.
So,
I'm gonna excuse myself from this conversation.
let's talk about the joke that Sean just said. So, in case you haven't seen it yet. He's making a new mod that's a little bit different than the other ones you've seen out. You've seen a bunch of people that have made OKR box mods, usually out of the Hammond box. But Matthew said no. I like a different form factor, and as long as we've known him in the Hangouts, Matt's always had the most ridiculous mod collection I think that I've ever seen. Everything that's the longest, biggest, craziest, heaviest things. Matthew's got it. So, Matt, you want to show off the staff of Agamemnon?
Greetings. This is my personal staff.
Holy!
It is 10.5 inches long, weighs 2 pounds 3.5 ounces without the batteries or the addy. It's made of 3/16 thick, 932 bearing braid bronze. This is a solid fucking vaporizer.
You know, though, I really think you should have changed the name to the Compensator.
But
Shit,
it's what
change
I'm
it to-
used to.
Change it to the Annihilator.
It's what he's
What I'm used to. It should be called the normal.
Change it to the Annihilator. I mean, that thing is just...
So, stack 26650s, OKR.
Yep. It is a. It's called a 50-watt device, even though you can pull a few more watts out of it than that. Sorry about the patent encroachment, but.
I was just going to ask you if you had licensing rights to use that thing.
This is a variable voltage device, and all its users are required to do a little frickin' math.
I agree.
I mean, yeah, patent averted. Screw that.
Somebody just said you need to change the name to Voopstick.
Yes. This is my Voop
So
stick.
I think the one that we're giving away on the show tonight is going to be called Voopstick.
There you go. Moss Vape says, "Is that Gandalf?"
Thank you. Once it's yours, you can call it whatever you want.
There you go.
We'll be affectionately dubbed the Voopstick.
Sure. So, should we talk about the giveaway since you just mentioned it?
Not yet,
All right.
because we already have all the entries and stuff, so there's not really a point yet. I
Okay.
want to know the inspiration behind the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was recently laid off at the beginning of the year. They decommissioned all my equipment, then my position, and then me. So I was left with the means of earning a living, and being a fan of Reddit for many years, I had heard that this was the year of the 26650.
Wonder who you heard that shit from.
Some show online that talks about vaping may have said that.
I think they may have. Yeah. I took that as a cue. Being an owner of the Duke and a fan of the OKR, I looked around and saw that there were no tube mods to use the OKR T10 chip. So, boom.
We're gonna fix that.
Freaking and a little bit of thinking, and there you go.
So I took the biggest pipe I could find and I stuffed that shit in it.
Yep.
All right, I'm down with that.
So, you know, I mean, there's a lot of benefits to something like that, right? It obviously has a ton of power. It's got a ton of amps in the batteries that can handle the load. You can use it to beat off attackers.
I'm excited. I'm excited about the new version. The new version. These are the size of the batteries that are going to go in there. So you know, the size of a grenade shell. You know, no problem.
Correct. Now, the 26650 inherently offers a more milliamp hours, MAHs, whatever you guys want to call them. And I get about a day and a half to 2 days at 40 watts on this.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm sure.
So somebody's walking away with one of those tonight. But
Yep.
Yeah.
for all the people who are not, you want to tell people where, how, and how much?
These are currently available at dbliquids.com for the low price of only $330. The first one of these I sold down in Miami at the World Vapor Expo. I sold it for $300 to a reseller who turned around in about 20 minutes and sold it for $450. And his purchaser was totally fucking fine with that.
Yeah.
So, it's a well-built device. I warranty this device for a full year against any manufacturer defects. If the 510 is crooked, if anything breaks, you let me know, send me back the broken part, and I will send you a brand new, fully rebuilt one. No charge.
And the thing too is Matt, that you have a control head and you have the head that hosts the batteries, correct? So you're not actually sending the whole kit and caboodle to you.
It's a two-part device. All you have to send me is the top part. I will repair or replace it and send it right back to you. Therefore, you keep your same serial number. Is that is imprinted on the bottom half of the device.
Nice.
There you go.
So that is, I mean, honestly, that's a little bit pricey, and it's a little bit of a novelty item. Any concern or any worries about that? Or, I guess, you know, explain to these guys what brings your price point.
This is not a daily vapor. This is for the advanced vapor who has a place to sit for a while in a single location, so it doesn't have to carry it around all day long like I did at World Vapor Expo or Vapapalooza. You can set it down and use it as needed. It's going to be there for you all day long. You're not going to need to change batteries the entire day.
That's for damn sure.
You can also use it for protection.
Yep.
If there's ever a riot and you need to get into a store, you could use it as a battering ram. If you want to play baseball, cricket, anything, you know, croquet, you can use it for that too. Ping pong. I mean, pool. Now, pool, that would be awesome. So I think this device overall is pretty badass. What's the metal, Matt? What's it made out of?
The metal is number 932 bearing grade bronze. It's a very durable metal. It is mostly comprised of copper and tin. There's a little bit of lead in it, but don't worry about lead poisoning.
I highly doubt they're going to be able to chew on it anyway. So
nowhere near the mouthpiece, so you're perfectly safe there.
Yeah, you know, it was funny because when you debuted that down in Miami, we had a vape meet after that huge meet, and one of the guys had a congestus or something. I don't know what it was, and at the meet, and they're like, "Oh, is that one of those staphylococcus?" And I'm like, "What?" and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? He's like, no, that guy's sitting over there. I think he's got one of those staffs. And I'm like, oh, no. See, I didn't know that you were debuting in Miami, so I had seen it.
I can probably clarify that for you a little bit. I had been drinking while I was at the convention.
Well, so it wasn't it. It was, a guy just had a different one that looked like it, and I'm like, no. I was like, Matt's is way bigger and way better looking. Sounds kind of never mind. But it was. Yeah.
The congestus is about 4 inches shorter than this.
Yeah.
Weighs a whole lot less, but it's a mechanical device.
Yeah. Yeah, and you and your machinist actually you came out with the design and everything's done in-house, correct?
Well, I conceived of the device in my brain, and I worked with this Cuban refugee who's now my machinist, and we conceptualized a design, and this is it.
Yeah, I think it was pretty awesome for you to be able to use a potentiometer that's a slide potentiometer.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the whole thing.
Anywhere, So I remember when we were talking about this a while back, and I'm like, yeah, I'm excited to be able to see that. So
I did originally try the RAM potentiometer.
Yeah.
Goss and everybody else uses, and it is a fine device. But in a tube mod, it is an absolute bitch to mount that thing.
Yeah, I believe it.
And that was one of the things I wanted to allude to, the fact that there's a lot that goes into this, right? Like, bronze ain't fucking cheap.
No.
Right. It's a machine. There's a lot going on there that warrants the price point that it sits at. It's a little bit of a novelty, sure, but it's not, you're making them for $30 or $40 and ripping everybody off.
It is absolutely a novelty. It is, as far as I know, the longest mod on the market. It is the heaviest mod on the market. And it is the only large-scale regulated mod on the market.
So somebody
they want you to hold it up again, Matt.
All right.
I think this is a very valid question. How many beatings is it warranted for? So if somebody breaks into my house and I beat them with it, is it warranted for that?
Somebody gonna get hard.
If it is bloodstain snot withholding, if you beat the snot out of somebody and it breaks during that beating, I will repair it and no charge to you.
Especially if you provide video evidence, because for your comedy factor, right?
I heard that there's a brass knuckle version coming out. The next one.
That
Somebody
one
else
is in
had
the
asked,
concession process.
if you need a concealed carry permit to carry it.
Not at the time, but that is still under review by the authorities that be.
And another good question is, do you have any intention of putting a 510 vibrator attachment to it?
Well, considering the fact that a close associate of ours, named Bigglesworth, has already provided us with a link to that, I think developing my own would kind of be a waste of time.
Plus, the other upside is if you do cram that in your pocket, you should attract some attention from ladies, maybe.
The guy who asked the question about beating said, "Thank you, sold."
No, but
and that's
I
customer
was
service.
just at Vapapalooza, and this saw a lot more action than my own shaft. So,
So we have an old school callback. What is the size in Dukes?
Yeah, how many Dukes tall is it?
it is about 2.5.
Fair.
Good to know.
Increíble.
So We can we'll queue up some questions here, but let's talk giveaway a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So the giveaway was to submit a 30-second video parodying one of the four of us, and then we had to submit a video parodying one of us. We actually got one video parodying Matt, which we left in there, and we are going to count, even though it's not 30 seconds, because I watched a little bit, and it's fucking hilarious. But we're going to roll those videos for everybody, so you can all check them out. We'll upload them to YouTube later, but, you know, let's roll those and pick a winner, and then we'll get back to questions.
You got it. Here we go. You
Hold on. Before we do that, we should be more clear. Is for the first time, I think, Matt is insisting on giving one of the hosts one, as well as one of the viewers one. So
it's correct.
We are going to. The reason we did ours is we're going to put ours at the very end, and I'm going to put up a link on a Facebook group, and you can vote for which of the three of us you think should win ours, and then we're going to go through and vote on yours.
For review.
We're not going to pick our winner tonight to give everybody who's watching a chance to go in and view.
Yep.
And vote. So if you're not on the Facebook group, there's a link. We'll have the thing there, and let's get rolling.
I'll tell you what. Before you get rolling, I will bring it up to Vape Mania with me, and by Vape Mania, they will have made their decision, and I will award it to one of you four lucky winners.
And we will catch that on video.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Overlay off mast.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. No, man. I mean, it's the rose. Oh, you don't have a rose? Oh, you need the rose. Do you know what it is? Oh, it's really expensive. Rose?
Hi, I'm Matthew, and I make the staff of Agamemnon. My disappointment in the lack of submission isn't surprising, as this aggressively designed piece of kick-ass is just too damn much for you to handle. Now that you're watching the show, all of you are now wishing and hoping on one hand that you would have submitted a pair. On the other hand, there's nothing but a weak-ass 18650 battery that probably needed to be charged an hour ago. It doesn't surprise me that this fine bronze staff beats motherfuckers into submission just on pure sight alone. Hopefully it'll kick your ass into gear next time to knock you off your high horse and get your hands out of that greasy chip bag because your finger fuckers can't appreciate this massive mod.
I'm the Angstrom Vapor. Rose, Stumpy Kit now with Rose, Raspberry Mint, Nana Cream, Raspberry, DB Liquids, oh, Rose, Stumpy Kit in Texas Rose, in my mom's kitchen, Rose, Texas Rose in Texas, Rose with Stumpy Kit in Texas. Rose, Raspberry Mint.
Listen to me. If you want to run around and have fun, but you need to go get it graded up. You can't just go around looking like. All the yelling kitchen is all for a reason. At the end of the day, we're going to change the time that you're coming in. You're going to clean up. You're going to do your hair. You're going to be are we in agreement with that?
Hola amigos desde Florida. Felipe Buscando here, aka Zorro, and I want to show you my Notochof here. Who's there? You can see it though. Y ahora tiempo para tech time. We're going to review this lamp and we're gonna review these things here. Hello, hello, hola, hola. Well, the wattage here, this can explode. I don't trust the switch on that. Y no, this switch.
Hello everyone, I am Ahmed. I come from the place of the Arab, you know, and the place, and I am here with all of these white people, hashtag the white people, you know. You have to hashtag the white people so the Arab understand the Twitter. I am not the hipster, I use the dripper. No ladyboy cave and I only use the dripper. I'm not a gay hipster. Allah Akbar, long live the vaporizer.
Welcome to Henley. How can I help you today? Aren't you Ahmed from Plumes of Hazard? Why, yes, I am. See, people know me. What kind of show do you do again?
Hola everybody, me llamo Felipe Buscando. Today, we will teach you how to rewrap a Sony VTC5 when it gets wet inside. Okay, so first thing we gotta do is take off the wrap. And we're done. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you for tuning in to Felipe Buscando Tech Talk.
Understudy 77 here and viewing Mutant 26650 with a custom chuff top, you see? It's great. Definitely chucks the vape. Does a good job. Thank you.
So these are dual entries of people who sent in 2 videos and had to pick one. So these ones don't count, but I left them there.
Deal with it. I just love my rose. I mean, I just love it. It's great. My rose is just amazing. I love my rose. Rose, rose, rose. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Rose, rose, rose.
Oh, I am Brian, or Angsty, or the Angstful Vapor, whichever you want to call me. But I am best known, as my fellow colleagues are, as a fat hipster. Oh yeah? I forgot my fedora today, so look at my nice hat and my wistful hair. Look at my clean beard. Oh yeah, and you can't forget about my K-Fun and my box mod. Rose.
Today, for Tech Time, we got number 12, Maryland Vapors Raptor box here, made by Dustin. A lot better than what I'll call the shit box last week, the dual 26650 boxes. You know, way better quality build. All the wiring, as you can see, is done. Excellent form, chip, you know, circuit board, digital display, you know, everything possible that you need to do, you know, for it to work correctly.
Buenas, Felipe Buscando here. Felipe. Oh, Zorro and Felipe. Got my Notochof. ¿Cómo estamos? Quick take time for a lamp.
Here we go.
And now our entries.
Alright.
So yeah, you know, fifth chip game.
I don't eat Pringles.
You know, chip game. Voop life, you know. And you know, it's really all about the The chip game and the Vape Lab. Yeah. Deal with it.
Doodle. For winter study here. I just got back from the Knoll, where I totally know people. I rode my tallest horse, of course, so they could see me coming. They just got in a new juice line that they made. It was okay, but did I tell them that it was awful? The suicide team. They also just got in some more paris, but I figured I've already got 20, so why bother? If only there was a Jenny more expensive than the Duro.
Hi, I'm understudy 77, and I don't have any more guitar amps behind me. I traded them all for DNA boxes because that's all I use now. But I wanted to review the Chuff Top from Chuff Enough Vapes, and this thing is fucking garbage. Like the who vapes out of anything this large? I vape out of 1.2 millimeter holes. Like this is just overkill. It's not a DNA. It's a Mac. I can't adjust anything.
All right, I believe that's it.
That's it.
And I'll do Sean's live. Hey guys, understudy 77 here. Do the fucking news already. Hey, by the way, I just traded some stuff, Mast. Do you think I can send it to you to put?
I was trying to help you make it accurate.
You think I can send it to you to put some Veritube in there? Oh, and by the way, hi, I'm Sean. I run Maryland Vapors, and I also I'm a partner in the Wapari industry. So there you go.
There is one more in there, by the way. There's a second video that I sent along that was a late submission that I didn't get to put in.
Yep. You want to play it? You want me to play that one right now?
Yep, go for it. Play it.
All right. Give me 1 second. Let me grab it. All right. Let's make sure I have the right file here. Okay. It was okay. Got it.
Come on already.
I just started dripping. I like cardio tanks.
Is it supposed to look like that?
I don't know any. I haven't even watched it.
Hang on, let me make sure it's.
It's like scrambled porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I remember watching porn like that.
All right, let's see. Hang on.
You remember Jim Crow, dude?
It'd be image0301.mov.
Yep. Yeah, it's wigged out. So.
No, sorry.
I started dripping.
Here, I can actually, Sean, I can actually pull it up on. Well, it's not gonna work.
I can't get mine to work.
Yeah.
Well, there we
know.
have it. I'll try to throw it into some other stuff.
Cable porn. I should just let it play to see if people can actually see it. Hey, by the way, congrats on all these shops getting us viewing parties. I know we have what, 3 of them going on right now.
No, we have 1 going on right now that I know of, and I know 2 more shops in Maryland alone that are going to start. And then I heard something about another shop. So we made these banners. So if any shop wants to do a viewing party, or if you know a shop that wants to throw together a little party, let me know, and I can send these banner files over if people want to hang them. They don't have to, but you know, whatever. If they want to, cool.
Great idea.
I'm all about putting a fucking banner in any shop that wants a banner. Let's see who our winner was then, because I think our winner's pretty obvious. It was the only one that broke all the rules.
That's probably my vote.
Yep, mine as well.
Boo, Massey.
Yeah. I have a school. It was fucking hilarious.
All right, the guy who did the video of Matt.
The impersonation of Matt with the fabulous beard.
Yep.
Listen, our plush. I just fucking played it on my computer. It doesn't play. It broke from the download from Dropbox. Shut your ass.
Did he record it?
I have like 15 messages from him. Share VLC. Don't play it in VLC. Screen share it. It doesn't matter.
It's fine. We have a winner. We're good.
Thank you.
Love you.
and it's funny as shit.
It was very good.
I can't wait to see what they say about your videos.
We'll find out. So that was Mike C. who won.
Congratulations, Mike C.
Yeah, congratulations. Is he in here?
Yeah, he's in there.
Oh, good. He is in here. Awesome. All right.
Nice.
The winner in chat. So, Mike, you're going to get a hold of one of us, and then we're going to get your information, and then Matt's going to send you him on.
You bet.
Oh, he just saw him.
I posted a link to the voting thing for you guys to vote on the four of us.
He said it was. He said it was Rayon.
No.
They wanna watch it again. Encore.
Yes, please.
Are we doing this? Okay.
Oh, we can't. Oh, just that video?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's play the winner.
Okay. Let me transfer over to that.
Oh, poor Corey. I know it wasn't 30 seconds and it wasn't one of us, but it's fucking funny, man.
This is Bobby from King of the Hill.
Hey, Bobby.
All right.
No, man. I do have to say that Corey,
Turn down for what?
Of not having sponsors is we're allowed to break our rules.
There we go.
All right. You guys ready? Here we go.
Do it.
Hi, I'm Matthew, and I make the staff of Agamemnon. My disappointment in the lack of submission isn't surprising, as this aggressively designed piece of kick-ass is just too damn much for you to handle. Now that you're watching the show, all of you are now wishing and hoping on one hand that you would have submitted a parody video the host suggested, and on the other hand is nothing but a weak-ass 18650 battery that probably needed to be charged an hour ago. It doesn't surprise me that this fine bronze staff beats motherfuckers into submission just on pure sight alone. Hopefully it'll kick your ass into gear next time to knock you off your high horse and get your hands out of that greasy chip bag because your finger fuckers can't appreciate this massive mod. Chumps.
Chumps.
So, I do want to say this was
Rose.
Man, by the way, my hair is not gray. It's just very fucking thin.
So that was a fun contest, and I want to do it again. I want to do something like that again, but I want to not have to splice the videos 15 minutes before we go live next week.
Yeah.
So if you guys dug this contest, let me know, because I'll run it again as long as y'all are fucking on top of it. Because this was still rendering when we went live.
Yes.
So it was a little bit of a nightmare setting everything up tonight. But it was a fun contest.
Mm-hmm.
So,
hey, can I request that we put ours on that we rip that out to a separate video so we can post it in that poll?
Fuck. Yeah, I can do it.
Not right this second, of course. Just whenever.
I'm not gonna fucking do it right now.
I know.
Yeah, I'll rip our 3 entries out and we'll throw it in the poll. It'll be in the video. It'll be in the overall video. All that. Tech time and then questions. So.
Let's get some tech time. Some dead soldiers up in there, man.
I will say Corey's to me was a close second, though. I will give
Corey's was the Taco Burrito overlay was perfect.
It was. Corey's was good. Good, we got everybody gonna submit next time. Good. That's what I want to hear.
Thank you for your participation.
Yes. I know we make you guys work to win stuff, but it's more fun that way. Because y'all get to watch and laugh.
Most definitely.
We ready, Mast? Did Mast freeze?
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
He's got this terrible look.
It is a very irritated look.
He just looks pissed.
I'm not frozen.
Oh,
the camera fell. Just give me a minute.
It's only game.
Why you gonna be mad?
Why are you gonna be mad?
Hang on, let me. I'm setting the stuff up over here, so I'm gonna hide from broadcast.
Is he? Or maybe. Matt, that was a fun contest, though, man, and I do want to say thank you for offering for extending the contest to us as well.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Very cool. Very cool.
I am trying to get a little recognition, and I appreciate you guys having me on the show. I watch it every week.
Oh, you've been around since the beginning.
I was there at the beginning. I watched the very first episode.
So I want to share this this Photoshop that just came in while I'm at it.
Sure.
This is your next device.
Seems very reasonable.
Yeah. Well done too. Well shot.
Well done, Kyle. Thank you.
Matt, so do you have while I'm setting stuff up, do you have stuff for the future that you're thinking about with different device or
well,
you can talk about?
Nothing in concrete right now. I do have improvements planned for the next version of the staff, whatever it winds up being named.
Excellent.
I want to put an additional button on there so you can push it at any time and see what your current battery voltage is.
Nice.
The OKR will kill your freaking batteries.
Yeah.
If you wait until it goes dead, your battery's going to be around 3 volts. And that's a little overdrained on a standard lithium-ion battery.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, I'm ready to go if people want to start filing the questions in for Matt. So what we have here is I had a few questions about this a couple days ago, is a standard voltmeter, 3 to 30 volt, I believe. It's a different configuration. This one has a power in. It has your negative, and it also has a what you're trying to read, the voltage that you're trying to read. Yeah, signal. For our purpose, what we're going to be doing here is if you want to mount this facing forward, you're going to have to move the wires. This configuration used to be back here in the back, and the wires came out of the back, or they didn't have this plug. They actually, I think they did this to make it mount better on the board. Basically, the wires just went in. So what I'm going to show you today is how easy it is to just basically swap this around and get rid of this, so you have some flexibility. And also a tip on when you're using these voltmeters, what you can do about some of the wires. So first thing we're going to do is, I was waiting for my iron to get nice and warm here, but what you're going to want to do is you can actually either hold the wires with something. You can come in and kind of heat all these 3 up at the same time, like this, and little by little you can start basically pushing the pins and pulling on the other side, and you'll see them drop here in a second. Let's see if we can do this way, so you guys can still see it. Alright, so what this will do is it'll give you a little bit of space in between here, so you can go in and cut these. So you can get in with your cutters, and that space in between there, you can come in and actually cut these. Okay, and what this allows you to do is you can come on and just the same way you had it. So you have your positive, your ground, and your not your sense, your what you're trying to read. Okay, and we'll flip it over. Okay, and you can keep this if you want, if you have some of the pins left, but I'll show you why it's nice to have just the wires. So we'll cut the wires off. Red, black, blue. Okay, we're gonna strip these guys real quick. Alright. You don't need much off of it, off of the end of these guys. And we'll put this guy back up. And you can actually come in here and you can clean some of these guys out. Okay, and I'm going to put a dab of solder on the end and tin this. Okay, and just make sure we're still facing the right direction. So we'll go with red. All you got to do is heat it up, put the wire through, and that's it, because you left some of the solder in there. So heat it up. Here's the second one.
Flock of Seagulls said, "Why cut them? Why not just desolder all the way out?"
You can pull them all the way out if you want. I cut them because that leaves a little bit of solder in there, so it's a little bit easier to when you put them back in. You actually don't even have to use any solder, and it actually pushes the pin or whatever's left on the other side out. But you don't have to cut the pins off if you don't want to. It's just a little bit more tedious to desolder the whole thing out. If you can do that if you want, not a problem. You'll have the same result. So let's go with that one, and then the last will be the blue one. Okay, there's your blue. All the wires are in. We'll check the other side, make sure everything's good. You can actually come up and snip these ends off, or get them closer, depending on how far you want to go with this. Now, here's a tip to getting these together so they don't move around after you put them in your box. What I like to do is I like to take them, and we're almost done here. I like to take them, I fold them down. Okay, and I put a dab of either hot glue or epoxy or something there, and I like to fold over like this, so you're left with a bit of a loop. Okay, now this, you can tug on this all you want, pull on it if you're guiding it through somewhere or anything like that, and you're not going to be damaging the solder joints that you've put there, because the solder joints aren't going to move at all. So if you have them like this, and you have a device that this is either going to be moving as users are putting batteries in, out, whatever it might be, over time you will weaken the wire and it will break off. Okay, so it's nice if you just bring them down to a flat area like the back of this, okay, and you fold them over, and you just put you a tack of either hot glue or epoxy or whatever you want to do. Hot glue will act quickly, and it will hold on this really good, and you'll be able to pull. And if something does happen, the worst that can happen is you'll pull the hot glue, and then the wires will come back. But there you have it. Now you can mount it. Also, I know a lot of people, you can buy these on eBay here in the U.S. Sometimes the other ones that are they just have the 2 wires are out of stock. So just goes to show you can buy these also and make them work. So basically, when you hook these up, you'll hook these 2 guys up together, the blue and the red, and then to your positive, and the negative will be the black one. So,
Mass.
Cat Dumpling asked a question. When is Mass going to demonstrate how to pot the board in sweet tea?
How to what? How to what?
Or how to put the board in sweet tea.
I don't know. Maybe we'll. Evolve says that their boards are waterproof. I wonder if they're sweet tea proof. Maybe we could try that. Put a DNA. As far as I know, the DNA 20s are waterproof. Also, the screen is the only part that's not. So maybe we'll put that to the test, and we'll dip them in some sweet tea, and then take a shot. We'll call it a DNA 20 shot.
There you go. Hey, R Plus wants to know why not just short the red and blue together, since you're going to reconnect them together at the read point anyway.
Good question.
Why not short the red and blue on the board?
Yeah, the voltage and the signal.
Well, see, here's the problem. You have your negative in between there. So you can't do a direct jump over. You can if you want to take a wire and just run it from here to here.
Like Bridget on the other side? Yeah.
Right, that's not a problem, but now you're adding more stuff on this side. Okay,
Hey,
so
it's
even if you do it on this side, okay, so let's say you take the 2 wires, and now you take these 2 wires and you cut them, right, and you twist them together and you solder here. There's one solder point. Now you're gonna have to solder onto here and have another wire going. So you omit this second one, but now you have the 2 wire, okay, going in one location. That's still another solder joint, and the less you can have, the better, because this is a little bit sensitive reading the voltage. I don't think it's going to matter, but you know, there's nothing that can go wrong with this here. Okay, so if you're adding another point halfway down the wire to connect, you know, it's up to you. You can do that. You know, if these were wired differently, if it was the red and the blue right next to each other, absolutely. You could blob a thing of solder there and only run 1 wire. No problem whatsoever. But that gets a little bit tricky to do on the board when it's like this, when you have the ground in between there. So that's, you know, it's a good question. But you can do this if you want. You can cut it, have them like this, run a single wire to try to make things look a little bit cleaner. But you know, I don't see why. So just run these 2 together. It's not that big of a deal. So, but I like definitely tack these down if you're using them, because they're so thin a wire. Any movement will snap these wires after a while. So there you go.
Word. So we've got a couple questions.
Before we go to questions, I have my little bit of crucifixions that I want to.
Oh, that's right. We haven't done that.
So, because we wanted to leave this topic open for when Matt comes in.
And you've got your little.
I've got my crucifixions banner right here. So, what I want to talk about a little bit was that, you know, we all talked about the exploding battery thing.
I heard that.
We covered it. We talked about it. It sucks. There are at least 2 groups within the vaping community that are politicizing the fuck out of this. It happened because he sub-ohmed. We gotta stop sub-ohming. Every time you sub-ohm, a kitten dies and you're gonna blow up a baby. And then it happened because it's a clone. If you use clones, every time you use clones, God kills a puppy.
Oh man, I've killed a lot of fucking puppies.
To a point that there's a petition to ban clones at ECC. Clones are unsafe. Sub-ohming is unsafe. Blah blah fucking blah blah. So let's step outside of the vape industry for a second. Let's be the FDA looking in, and they're seeing all these groups talk about all this shit that's unsafe. If you do this, it's gonna blow up. You're gonna lose your hand. You're gonna die. It's on and on and on and on. This infighting, this petty shit, does no one in this industry any good.
Crucify him.
The shit's gotta stop. We gotta stop fucking with each other.
There's way too many other vets currently.
A friend of mine used an analogy that we're all fucking sitting around with guns shooting at each other while there's an asteroid about to fucking crash into the goddamn Earth.
Yep.
Yeah, except pitchforks, not guns, pitchforks.
It's pitchforks, yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
I think that's going to happen in this community, whether we like it or not. Someone is always going to be looking for a piece of drama to go after. And what better springboard than, I told you so, you shouldn't have been sub-ohming, that's why your shit blew up.
Or it's because you used a clone.
Whoa. What happened to this being America? Having freedom of choice. If stupid people want to be stupid, let them do stupid shit.
But that's the thing. People have the freedom of choice, right? But you have these sects that are using fear tactics to bring people in one direction. That's the problem.
Screw them. This is America. This ain't communist China.
The mods might be from there.
¿Por qué no los dos?
I'm sorry. If you believe what you believe, then live by that. But don't force others to do the same.
Word.
Live and let live.
I wonder if I know there's some people in chat saying about checking the devices and stuff like that. that's going to be impossible to
Yes.
do because
Someone said it's unenforceable.
Yeah, because, supposedly, here's what bothers me. We don't fucking know the whole story. No one has come out, said, this is what this guy did, this is the mod that he had, this is the battery that he had. I mean, why not? Fucking find out who it was.
Because it's not good.
For all we know, all as far as we know, this shit went off in a crowd of people, and nobody knows who did it. Nobody knows the guy. No one got the statement. Nothing. I mean, I don't. It boggles my mind that someone comes in with a modified switch, whatever it was, and I still say to this day, I think what happened is it started venting, and that switch had either whatever it was with the switch. As soon as he dropped it, it ruptured the bottom of the battery. So guess what? If a battery's venting, it's going to take the path least resistance to vent. And it poked a hole in the bottom of it, and that shot it up into the the drop ceiling. But it kills me that you don't know. Yeah, it kills me that you don't know exactly what happened. And for people to be taking sides and doing all this stuff, I mean, it's great press for people who want to ban vaping. Because now it's, look, even at one of their conventions, when they think everything is safe, it still happens. It could happen to you. It could happen to your grandma. It could happen in your house. It could shoot through the roof.
Stupid people exist. They do stupid stuff, and stupid shit is going to happen. Let nature take its course.
I just want to impress that, throwing propaganda posters all over Facebook saying friends don't let friends explode is not really the best way to go about when you're trying to protect our industry as a whole.
Thank you. Right.
End rant, end crucifixion, I'm going back to the spinning turtle shells. And we have questions.
And you get a mute.
We do have questions. The one that I thought was kind of interesting, that because it's not something you have to answer here and commit to on air, of course, but it kind of leads to something that I think is relevant. Durosig said, question, Matthew, I put a post on Reddit for a commission of a single 26650 milled Cerakoted SX350 mod, and so far nobody has jumped. Will you be man enough to take this on? So he's been redirected to your Reddit post, but the more important question to me is, will you or are you taking any custom jobs, or are you focusing on the staff at the moment?
I am not taking any custom jobs. I don't want to do any pre-orders. I don't want people giving me money and waiting on the device. When I get a device produced, I will make it available through probably dbliquids.com or some other such venue, and they'll be available when they're available. As far as a single battery unit is concerned, probably not.
Yeah, well, that's fair. I mean, and honestly, and I know Mass agrees, because this is his motto as well. Is that is the safest / best way, I think, for smaller modders to go about this, right? If you don't have the people's money, if stuff runs over, if you run into supply problems with your parts, all that sort of junk, then you're not beholden to the people that are on your list, right? You're not holding their money hostage, and you're not gonna, they've got no reason to get really pissy at you.
Right.
Yeah.
I will continue to produce mods as they're available. I will make them available. I don't want to become obligated, so I don't wind up in a situation as at least a former mutual friend, if not a current one, has wound up in. I've seen it happen before. It's not pretty, and I don't think any of my potential customers should be kept hanging.
Yeah, and this is something that comes up every day with new modders that I talk to that are wanting to get into the game and stuff like that. I understand that it's sometimes not possible to create a mod without doing a pre-order or something like that. But here's what I say. If you have money to make 3, 5 of them, take your money, make the 5, sell them. Take the profit, put it right back in. Now you can make 7 of them. Make them, sell them, take the profit. Dude, you got to start somewhere. I see a lot of people that have great ideas, and they just want to scale up to 100 right away. I want to do a run of 100, but now I need to do a pre-order to take money in and do all this other stuff. I'm not telling people how to run their business or do whatever, but I am a firm believer that I think it's best if a device is already out there and a person can pick and choose. Now, does this make it hard to do custom stuff? Yes and no, because you can set a side of 5 of them if you want, kind of like Joe Litt does with the special DNA mods. Okay, and you can have those. You can have those as custom jobs, but there's always going to be, I would say, crucifixions on both sides of the story, because, for example, take somebody like Joe that had a list longer than you could count, where he had to stop taking people on that list because people didn't want to wait that long, and that's fine, because if you want the mod, you'll wait for it. You don't care how long it's going to take, okay? And you have nothing to lose other than time. If you find one locally and it's at a good price that you want to pay, which is going to be way higher than what he's selling them at, by all means buy it. And you get it, and you get yourself off the list.
It's supply and demand.
Right, and I think I am all about just giving the consumer the choice. If you want to buy the box, you buy it. If it's not in stock, I'm sorry. I work as fast as I can to make them. As soon as they're in stock, you'll be the first one to know. Versus, hey, I need to bring in this amount of money to do this. And by all, don't get me wrong. It's great. I do it for making the mods, not so much for the money. I'm sure not going to pay for a mod for you, but I think that you being able to invest some money into it ahead of time is the way to go. Again, that's just advice. I see it every day where people are, hey, pre-order for these, and all they try to do is bust ass as hard as they can to make 50, 100 of them. Well, unfortunately, a lot of the times they go out and they come right back in because of repairs. They come back in because stuff hasn't been tested. That's another great thing. When you make 5 of them and you make a little bit of money, you can make an extra one to send to a reviewer. You can make an extra one to send to a buddy that vapes at, if it's 100 watts, at 100 watts all the time, so they can test them out. So there you have it.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's worth noting, and it's worth talking about a little bit. So, talking about that too, man. Matt, a good question. What's your sustainability moving forward? Does this pay the bills? Does this help get you by?
It's Golden Grain, not Canada Dry.
So far, no, it is not paying the bills, but it is keeping me even. I finally have a job I enjoy doing. I love building these things. I love when I see somebody in a Google Hangout or wherever using a staff of Agamemnon. It gives me an endless amount of joy. I'd like to think I am building a quality product that some people will like to use. This is not for everyone. This is not the hang it off a daisy chain around your neck type mod.
Unless you're built like a bull.
Yeah.
This is a man's mod. No offense, ladies.
It could be a ladies' mod too.
Have to carry one. More power to
I'm just saying, man, I see a lot of practical applications.
It could definitely be a ladies' mod.
I've got some big old ladies.
I would love to meet them. I would love to sell them a mod.
This one goes out to Whomper.
Fuck Canada.
So he's been asking for it.
On that specific note, a few final pieces. I didn't list the name of any of the groups that I ranted on, and I did that for a specific reason, because I'm not trying to call out the groups specifically as much as I am trying to call out what I see as a problem. There's a difference between those two things.
It's just a glare. It's just pretty much it's a glaring example to you of shit that's hurting the industry.
Yep. So I don't want people to go like hang these groups or go troll these groups or whatever. I just wanted to comment on what's happening, and if it gets back to them, they can tell me to fuck off, whatever.
Well, I am familiar with the dumb owners, and I know that it's one of the groups you're discussing. And
I am not going to talk at all about any of the groups that I'm discussing, and I'm going to cut you off before you do.
Thank you.
The staff is available at dbliquids.com. I'm sure there will be quite a few at Vape Mania if you're going.
Yes.
We will also be at Vape Mania doing a live show at 7 on Friday night.
Yeah, I'll be at a DB Liquids booth with an IV of raspberry.
Thank you, Matt, for coming on. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Guys.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks for the super cool giveaway.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Has the winner gotten a hold of anybody yet?
You ain't got a hold of me.
Winner, get a hold of somebody. One of us.
You got to let us know where you are.
I know where he is. He said he's in Funky Town. He's not too far from me.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
Send somebody a PM somewhere in some way or an email. The Plumes of Hazard. The Plumes of Hazard at gmail.com will work. Or PM in here, PM on Facebook, wherever.
Hope to see you guys at Vape Mania.
Yep.
Word up.
Have a good night, everybody.
Peace out. Here we go.